Hello! In the previous lesson, we learned how to create the root sheets for Workshop 2 and use these sheets to record the production operations for all products manufactured in this department. Today, we'll continue to learn the manufacturing subsystem. Let's start with creating bills of resources. Let's compare the operation sheets for 3D printing and harness making. As you can see, the first sheet includes a site release, and the second one includes semi-finished products. Both sheets were filled identically, but their content differs. How can this be possible? The explanation is actually simple. It comes from the fact that cable fittings are not used for their operations. This product goes to the warehouse along with the harnesses. This reduces the harness manufacturing cost because we can sell the cable fittings later. Unlike cable fittings, case base without varnish and case cover without varnish are used for their operations. After completion of the printing and varnishing stages, two products are manufactured: the footboard and the outer case. There is no logical connection between these two root sheets in one ERP. The sequence of operations, first printing, then varnishing, is not yet specified. To build this connection, we need to create a bill of resources. The bill of resources is an object in one ERP that describes the following attributes for finished products or semi-finished products. List of components that make up the product. Please note that both materials and semi-finished products can be used as components. And list of production stages. The procedure of creating bills of resources is similar to the root sheets. The main difference is that root sheets describe the operations, and the bills of resources describe the production stages, and also indicate where and how the materials are received. By creating the bill of materials, we achieved two goals. We created a logical connection between the printing and varnishing processes. We specified that case cover without varnish is a semi-finished product, because the bill of resources clearly indicates that this material is produced by the first stage and is used during the second stage. Now you are to create a bill of resources for case cover special X1. To do this, go to Manufacturing, Bills of Resources. Click Create. Type in the description: Manufacturing Case Cover Special X1. In Product section, select the product to create, Case Cover Special X1. Fill in the quantity, 1. Next, go to the Manufacturing Process tab. In the Manufacturing field, select the Multi-Stage option, because the manufacturing process for this product consists of several stages: printing the case on a 3D printer and varnishing the case. Let's create the first stage now. Type in the description: printing on a 3D printer. Select the department as Workshop 2. Select the Use Work Center Coins checkbox because availability of work centers is important for Workshop 2. In the root sheet field, select the sheet that was created during the previous lessons. This sheet is named Printing the Case Cover for Special X1. Next, go to the Work Center Coins tab that just appeared. This option allows you to use work centers for planning and to create a production schedule. The production schedule indicates what products will be manufactured, when, and what equipment should be used. Click Fill in with the root sheet. Fill in the working time field, 43 minutes, according to the root sheet. Click Save and Close. This completes the stage settings. Let's move on to the creation of the next stage, varnish application. The settings for stage 2 are basically the same, with two differences. Set next stage number to 0 to indicate that the second stage is the last one in this production cycle. Choose another root sheet, Varnish Coating Case Cover Special X1. Besides that, specify working time, 15 minutes. Now, populate the bill of resources with root sheet data. To do this, click More Actions. Fill in with root sheets of stages. If the sheets are filled in correctly, all mandatory fields will be populated automatically. Now, our bill of resources is ready. The only thing left to be done is to go to the Materials and Works tab and specify that case cover special X1 is not received from the warehouse, but produced during the first stage. To do this, go to the Method of Receiving Material field, select Produced on the stage, and specify the first stage. This completes setting up the bill of resources. You also need to set the status of the bill to Valid. Now, create your own bills of resources for production of wire harness and case-based special X1. Bills of resources for Workshop 2 are ready. Let's move on to the creation of bills of resources for Workshop 1. Create bills of resources for wheel assembly. Wheel assembly has the following characteristics: engine power and wheel diameter. Since we didn't create any items with these characteristics, we cannot automap them as we did before with the characteristics. However, when creating the wheel assembly product, we built a list of characteristic values and specified which product corresponds to which characteristic value. Now go to the Materials and Works tab and add 2 empty lines. Select the first cell of the product and click Material Auto-Selection. Select the Specified in Product Characteristic Property checkbox. Select the first characteristic, wheel diameter. Repeat the action for the second line and select the engine power characteristic. Specify the required amount of materials. We need 1 wheel and 1 engine. Also specify the costing item, main materials. Go to the Labor Cost tab. Add a new object. Create a new work kind, Assembly. Specify the qualification category, Category 3, and the unit of measure, hour. In the Rates tab, specify the cost of work, €12. In the Bill of Resources, specify the quantity, half an hour, and the costing item, payroll. Now let's discuss why we specified the total work time for the product as a single record for half an hour, when we could instead create 2 identical records for quarter an hour each. The assembly of the wheel is always performed by a single employee. 1 record is always enough to describe the work output of 1 employee. For comparison, if this assembly were performed by 2 employees, that would require 2 records with a standard time of quarter an hour each. When calculating the work output of these employees, each would get quarter an hour. Now, go to the Manufacturing Process tab and create a production stage. In the Manufacturing field, select the Single Stage option. Next, click Create Production Stage and fill in the description. Wheel Assembly. Select the production department, Workshop 1. Click Save and Close. This completes setting up the Bill of Resources. Please don't forget to set the status to Valid. Now create the Bill of Materials for Case Special X1 yourself. Actually, we will write it down off-screen. Now create a Bill of Materials for Hoverboat Special X1. Go to the Materials and Works tab and add the following products: Case Special X1, characteristics determined by main product properties, quantity 1 piece, produced by specification, Wheel assembly. Characteristics determined by main product properties. Quantity, 2 pieces. Produced by specification. LED. When adding this product item, we follow a different logic. Let's discuss it in detail. The real light has no characteristics. It either exists or not. To reflect this in one ERP, perform the following steps. Add the product item LED. Quantity 1 piece. Click Calculation using formula. Select the property LED. Specify value true. Now the LED real light product item will only be consumed if the special X1 model has LED parameter equal to true. Go to the Labor Cost tab. Create 2 lines with the assembly work kind and specify their quantities, 0.9 hour and 0.1 hour. For the 0.1 hour labor cost, click Calculation using formula and set it up similar to the LED material above. This allows you to ignore these labor costs unless real light installation work is to be performed. Go to the Manufacturing Process tab and fill it in the same way as the bill of materials created for Workshop 1. Set the status to valid and save the bill of resources. Congratulations! We've created the bill of resources for manufactured products and semi-finished products. Now you can use the bill of resources to calculate the planned costs and start the heavy build production.